Hey y'all, hey, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, thanks for joining me. My name is Jenny Jaguar, and you are now in the Jaguar's Den. So, this space is dedicated to anyone on a path of deep healing, intuitive awakening, and overcoming toxic traits or karmic cycles that seem almost impossible to escape from. So, I am doing a shadow work reading for my Geminis. And I don't know, I was in a good mood. I was getting energized because at first I think I was going to rest. I was like, I have energy. And then I started channeling a particular song. And before I start to share it with you, I think I'm just going to wait to see what comes out. Because I don't know if I was channeling it for you or somebody else. We're going to figure it out together. If you haven't seen any of my shadow work readings, I'll let you know now. This is a new channel. I am not new to tarot. I've been doing it for myself, I don't know, for a few years now. And I don't know, after a while I started realizing I can't do tarot on myself, but it works for friends and loved ones. So and behold, the channel was born. What is it? I think I had the name of this channel for like years. Around the same time I started my other channel. And then I don't know. Anywho, this is not about me, this is about you. So yeah, I'm gonna start off with figuring out what you're currently being asked to address in your relationships, then your career, and then we're gonna ask for some advice on how to do these things. This is one thing, there's a lot of people in tarot community that want to be like, oh, let's help, but all they're doing is just spreading gossip and re-triggering old wounds. And so some people don't know how to heal. Some people just stay triggering themselves with the word and just, I don't know, making it hard for them to move on. So I actually am a tarot reader that has tools and resources to help you break these chains and overcome past trauma, chronic stress, anxiety, or any other health issues that could be a result of chakra imbalances or spiritual, I don't know, so anything that needs soul healing. Because if you don't know, the body keeps a score. So unprocessed emotions can show up in the body. All right. So this is why I'm doing this channel. All right. Anywho, Holy Spirit, can you give me any insight on what issues my Gemini placements are currently being asked to address when it comes to their relationships? So this is going to have to do with kids. Card at the bottom of the deck is triggered, pain body, instant reaction, unconscious loop. So whatever it is that these cards whatever these cards are, I'm assuming that the overarching issue is because of you not fixing this central trigger. Okay, hopefully we can get to the bottom of what this trigger is. Hold on, I gotta take these glasses off. I can't see you, but know that I'm with you. Okay, hopefully you can see me. All right, I don't know, I'm in the morning, so whatever. This kind of gives the Jaguar vibe, so just flow with me. Okay, don't worry about what I look like, listen to the word. All right, but anywho, first card that came out says parental control, overpowering authority, conditional approval, rebellion, freeze. So maybe you're dealing with either you have an overbearing parent or an overpowering, this is relationships, Yeah, parental maybe okay. Let me get these cards. Let me get it out because it's all coming in. Whew, hold on. So okay. So parental control says overpowering authority, conditional approval, rebellion, freeze. Then we have emotional blackout, shock, freeze response, internal collapse. And then we have speak what's true, authenticity, voice, and unblocking. So maybe you had a parental authority that was overbearing, that would freeze you out or ice you out or stop talking to you or would reject you if you spoke your truth or if you spoke up against some type of injustice or if you told your feelings about anything. And maybe your parents were so focused on the appearance of things looking good, of trying to keep everything afloat or trying to make ends meet, that they didn't have time to care for your needs. I know one thing that I was grateful for with my mom that my dad wasn't able to do, but that's all another story. But anyway, with my mom, granted she wasn't perfect, but she had me when she was like 25, and I want to say I was the youngest of three, and she had her first one at like 16 or 18 or anything. So basically, when I got older, I just had to realize, hey, my mom had three kids by the time she was 25. Like anybody at the age of 25, being a single mother, trying to go through college, like they are figuring their life out too. Okay. So if she didn't have the emotional regulation or emotional intelligence to be aware of my emotional needs, granted she did a good job, but there are some things that the ball was dropped. But like as she got older, when she got in her 30, well, when she got in her 40s and 50s, that's when she started, we started having the dialogue that where she could apologize for how she was not the best mother. And I was able to just accept her apology and let her know, like, hey, I was able to understand. But I don't know what your relationship with your parent is, but maybe you're still dealing with some issues with your parent and that overbearing authority. And so if you're feminine Gemini, maybe you get triggered and you black out when your guy does when your significant other does this, or vice versa. Because I mean, this can happen to guys too. Because um, what is it? There, I know my downstairs neighbor. I think her brother probably has this issue because um, if she sees something out of order, like the walls are thin here, so all I hear is like yelling, 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 and it literally sounds like she was like trying to throw daggers at this person. And for him, I'm pretty sure he's probably an empath. And so he doesn't know how to take it because I know for me, when I was a kid, um, the issues that I dealt with growing up, like when somebody yells at me, I don't yell back, I shut down. And so it seems like he does the same thing. And he's always, whenever I pass by him, he always feels really apologetic or I don't know. But yeah, anyway, neither here nor there. Maybe this resonates. If it does, let me know. If not, I don't know. Okay. Like, subscribe, drop a Jaguar in the comments. Um, but yeah, I don't know. Um, but that's what I'm getting. Let's get some clarity. Mm, let's do this. Holy Spirit, can you clarify this parental control as an issue that my Gemini needs to overcome? Can you clarify parental control? Mm. Mm. Let me take these reverse. Hmm. So for parental control, we have lesson learned, teacher, and things falling apart, change endings, and rebuild. So maybe you learned your lesson about but it says affair at the bottom of the deck. So maybe in your relationships, you have a very controlling partner and they are very controlling because they themselves are cheating. You know how like, people will accuse you of things that they do. So maybe your spouse does this. And maybe with the lesson learned, you've already realized this issue with your spouse. And you're like, okay, lesson learned. Womp the womp womp. Time to break up a happy home. So, yeah. Well, I guess the home ain't happy if you're having an affair. Yeah. Career shift. Maybe somebody said that they shifted, they had a career shift. Maybe this happened. Maybe the person you're with had a career change and that money increase got to their head. They got a little ego boost. Maybe they got a little bit of the other people. Because, when you get money, hoes smell money, whether it's a man hoe or a woman hoe, okay? Hoes are hoes. And hoes flock to money, okay? So whether you're married or not, or in a relationship or not. So maybe you're dealing with Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio, karmic cycle, repetition, soul lesson, closure, okay? And what is it? You don't know, like, Lord, I don't know if this is a test or a sign. But yeah, you finally figured it out. Can you clarify? Okay. Can you clarify emotional blackout? Divine timing, not yet. Trust the process. Hot and cold. So maybe this was like your divine person. I don't know, however you want to call it. Yeah, soulmates, past life, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, magic manifesting. So maybe you left this person. I don't know if this is too close to my face. So let me see, because it keeps bumping. Anyhow, whatever. So maybe you are in a relationship with a Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, or you're cross watching for a Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, but I don't know how you can cross watch for a shadow reading. I don't know. Take what resonates. And you stepped away from this person because they were hot and cold, they were controlling. Maybe oh, you are a Gemini. My bad. Hold on. Whatever. Um Maybe you're dealing with another Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. But maybe you stepped away from them and you still feel connected to them. And maybe deep down, because magic and manifestation is under Speak What's True, you want them back, but you don't want to say it. And maybe you have a hard time. Maybe something in the past happened that once when you spoke your true feelings, when you spoke like what you really wanted, either people made fun of it or they tried to make sure that you didn't have it. Or I don't know, something happened. I don't know if you can hear the tap on the window. That's so weird. What is that tapping? Anywho, it could be a woodpecker. Whatever. All right. Let's get for advice for my Gemini collective. Any advice? Can you give me 3 cards for advice for these 3 particular things? That's needs to be addressed with their relationships. Can you give me advice with 3 cards. But Spirit, you know you do what you want to. Can ask, but you do what you want to. mm. Mm. Oh. What is that? So, what is that song? Because earlier I was saying maybe, oh my gosh, I don't know if I can hear this bird. This bird is off the chain. Bro. Anywho, bro, why every time? What is that? It sounds like it's knocking on something it shouldn't knock on. I don't know. Maybe I don't know. Maybe somebody's gonna be trying to distract you too in your life, Gemini. Maybe you have a lot of distractions that's trying to keep you from your healing. But anywho, the song that I had in my mind was "Smiling." They smile in your face all the time. They want to take your place. Those backstabbers. And so that's what I'm getting when it said when. So maybe this song is for you because Gemini, maybe you have dealt with people who will smile on your face, make it seem like that they want to help you with your dream or whatever, but they really don't. And they just want to know your secrets so they can sabotage it. So you won't end up to just be like, oh, why does nothing ever happen for me? I'm a horrible Gemini. Life sucks for Gemini. But no, that's not you. All right. So for advice when it comes to parental control, it says it's time you're being asked to move forward towards the dream that you've been carrying in your heart. It's time to bring it out into the world. You're ready. It's time. Huh. Yeah. So maybe whatever it is that you want to do is something that your parents did not want you to do. Don't embrace, embarrass. Oh, don't embarrass us. Mm, be obedient, compliant, superior, obedient. Yeah. Yeah, maybe somebody tried to control you by making you feel like, oh, don't you embarrass us. And so maybe whatever it is that you want to do, you're afraid to do it because of the overbearing people. Now, when it comes to emotional blackout, it says patience. You're being asked to practice patience right now. It's not easy to do this, but you're strong. And there's a reason why things aren't aligning in the way you want them to in this moment. Have patience, it will eventually work out. So maybe this is alluding to the story I was talking about when maybe your soulmate, you stepped away from your soulmate, maybe you both still had some healing to do before you come back together. Okay, I don't know, I'm just reading the cards and trying to put them together so you can understand them too. If it resonates, you know, good. If not, wait a couple days, wait a couple weeks. You never know when it's going to come back and you're like, oh my goodness, Janet Jaguar said that. Janet was right. But anywho, so yeah, practice patience. Now, when it says speak what's true with authenticity, voice unblocking, which is funny because I keep trying to clear my throat, like something is trying to block my throat. But anywho, the answer for this or advice for this particular issue is you're being asked to pay extra close attention to all the big and small miracles that have already occurred in your life, and also to those that are currently occurring and are still to come. Miracles surround you. Be on the lookout for them. So, I don't know. I feel like this is going to have something to do with career, because maybe your relationships are affecting your career. But we'll get into that in a little bit. But it says, card at the bottom of the deck, allow. You're being asked to open your energy field and take down your walls of protection in order to allow goodness in your life. Sometimes, without even realizing it, we block ourselves from the flow of life. It's safe to open yourself back up. So, yeah, maybe you shut yourself down because you are afraid of embarrassing whoever was overbearing or so quote unquote superior than you. But if you speak your truth, I don't know, maybe you'll stop being triggered. Yeah, and maybe if you speak your truth, oftentimes we're being called to do the things that we're afraid to do simply so we can recognize how the things we're afraid of were things that we should not have been afraid of at all. And so hopefully this reading will help give you a little bit of confidence. Because usually when things start to scare me, I just start to ask my question. I just ask, like, why should I be afraid of this? Like, who has been protecting me thus far? Why would the divine guide me to do anything else if it's not for my highest good? Okay. And sometimes the divine will lead you into lessons or situations so you will learn lessons. So you will be better prepared when a similar lesson, but with bigger consequences, comes by again. You know, like you get scammed one time out of a couple $100, so you'll know the signs. So if somebody tries to scam you out of a couple $1,000, you won't fall for it. Now, if you just keep accepting it, then, you know, you're not learning the lesson. So if you keep getting triggered, then you need to start recognizing, okay, I'm triggered in this moment. Let me step away. But when you get to a quiet place and quiet time, you have to ask yourself those questions. Like, go and sit with those emotions. Feel those emotions back in your body when you're in a safe, quiet place, okay? And ask yourself, okay, I'm feeling this way. Why do I feel like this? Why does it hurt? And what is this? If you need help, I do have a shadow workbook. It's free. There's links in the description box to help you. Yeah, do the shadow work. All right, so let's go into career. Holy Spirit, what issues are my Geminis currently being asked to address when it comes to their career? Okay. All right. First one is card at the bottom of the deck is overreacting. Speak What's True came out, and I know I shuffled this deck. All right, so overreacting says flooded panic, past echo, acceptance isn't resignation. All right, so numb one, disconnection, emotional freeze, avoidant coping. Repeating cycles, unconscious loops, familiar pain, pattern addiction. Next, speak what's true, authenticity, voice unblocking. So Gemini, I'm getting you are doing, if you have like a 9 to 5, or if you're an entrepreneur, I am so sorry, but you do not like what you do. Like, you just go in, you go through the motions, and it just seems like you're just repeating cycles. And you're dying, and you have a hard time saying what's true. Speak your voice. Maybe it's like, hey, I'm tired. And maybe you're afraid of doing that because you don't know what the ramifications will be if you speak up. can you clarify or give advice? Because I'm short on time. Yeah. Can you give advice to my Geminis? And 3 cards. Well, connect wants to pop out. It says use social media efficiently to connect with your audience. Be specific. Speak what's true. Okay, you need to say something. All right, here we go. 3 cards. Holy Spirit. One more. Okay, you know what? I'll take it. And connect came out at the bottom of the deck. Okay. Okay, so it says position, step into your power boldly, own your topic, show how you can help, position yourself as an expert in your niche. Next one, it says schedule, avoid overwhelm, save time and energy by automating your social media and marketing. Schedule it on a content calendar. Okay, next we say clarify, get clear on what activities and online platforms bring in your best clients and customers. Focus your attention there and ignore distractions. Next, it says slow down. Sometimes you need to slow down, get out of overwhelm, refresh, and regroup in order to speed up your results. And lastly, it says trust. Implement a solid marketing plan that builds your clients' trust in you. When you show up consistently for them, they'll know you care. So maybe right now you are taking the back seat. You're allowing somebody else to call the shots and they are not good at their job. And you very easily just want to step up and be like, look, sit the fuck down. Let me just say a couple of things because you're driving me crazy, you're driving me ragged, and I can make this better for all of us. Okay, you're being asked to speak up. Maybe there is a better way to do this. If you work a 9 to 5, I'm thinking maybe you know a way that you can batch whatever it is that you're doing, like one at a time, or that's taking so much time doing something, where you can just easily pick a block or pick a day, do it all at that certain day, schedule it out. And then maybe your efforts are being spread thin everywhere. And it'll be a lot easier if you just hunker down and figure out what is working and put all your efforts in that. Okay. And then it's also saying slow down. Yeah, because maybe you're trying to get to the next level and you're just doing the simple things, but you're not really. It's like, okay, say if you're doing social media marketing, or if you have an online platform, you're just like, okay, I gotta post something today. All right, what do I have? Okay, here's a post. Okay, do click, post, great, look cute. But there's no purpose, there's no flow, there is no like schedule. Like, what journey are you taking these people on? If it's just for your pleasure, then cool. But if you actually want to create sales, if you want to have them sign up for something or actually engage, then you're going to have to take them on a certain journey. Okay, hopefully that makes sense. And hopefully that helps. Now, let's ask for some answers just in general. Holy Spirit, can you give my Gemini collective some guidance or advice when it comes to, or additional advice when it comes to addressing these issues that need shadow work in both their relationships and career? Why do we keep having things that just want to pop out? So Gemini, things I'm hearing next 30 days or 4 weeks. Things may just randomly, you may be going through the motions, but certain things may just randomly certain messages and stuff just randomly pop out to you, don't take them for granted. Really let them sink in. Write it down if you need to. Okay. But the card that wanted to pop out says, wish granted. The outcome may not be exactly what you want, but it's what you need. All right. So let's see. Any spirit, any cards for advice? What the hey? Worthy goal. Get out and be inspired to keep working towards your life purpose. Thank you. I don't know which way. Anywho, I think I'm gonna read both sides. Crystal of Clarity says, illuminate your path with openness and insight, readying yourself for a newfound understanding of content. Yeah, I think that makes sense as to why I was telling you how to get a marketing schedule and stuff out, so you can. Yeah, I think that makes sense now. And seek clarity. It says, embrace honesty, face consequences, and sharpen your focus for personal growth. So this, because what is it? Speak your voice. What was that card? Speak what's true. Authenticity, voice unblocking. So sometimes you unblock your own path just by speaking your voice. So yeah, even if it's facing consequences, maybe it's something that you're not proud of and you need to speak up about it. Just say it. What's the worst thing that can happen? They not speak to you again? Those are consequences. Take the L, learn from it, because you're only building up bad karma, like prolonging it. Because another situation is going to happen and you're going to have to learn how to speak up about it again. Okay, so stop running from your lessons. Last card says, on the mend, be compassionate and kind to yourself as you heal your heart. I like how when I give an explanation, the very next card kind of builds off of that, because I was just saying, like, learn to deal with the consequences. Like, it's okay. So yeah, be compassionate with yourself. I mean, all of us go through things. All of us take things for granted until, we push too far, and then it's like, oh wait, I don't get that back no more. Oh wait, now I got to pay that fine. And then it's just like, oof. It's the ebb and flows of life. We're not perfect, okay? So card at the bottom of the deck says Grove of Unity. Bind energies in the unified sanctuary of the grove, fostering interconnected harmony among all beings. So I'm getting maybe you'll help connect people. Maybe you're an earthy person. We're all rooted together. So maybe it's just something about you finding your soul family by being honest and speaking your truth. Because the more truth you speak, the more it alchemizes you. So either people love you or hate you when you are authentic. And so it's easy to figure out who's for you, against you, or who you just want to be around. Okay. Now, let's close it out with a couple of spiritual messages. Close it out with a couple of spiritual messages. Okay, you got 3. First one says, when a door doesn't open, don't waste your energy trying to make it open. It's closed for a reason. You're being redirected to something far bigger and better. Endings are part of the cycle of life. They make way for wonderful new beginnings and opportunities. And honestly, once I started to learn to love endings, I learned to grieve the loss of what I thought was going to be in my life forever, or my expectations. And then I always click back to, wait, I get better. And so sometimes you may not even be able to comprehend what better is, because you never had better than what you had, or maybe what you're afraid of letting go. But until you let go of what you have to get that better, then, okay, so what is it? Once you finally get better, you will look back and be like, why was I holding on to whatever that was so long? Like, once you know, so you have to get into that mindset. Like, if you already know something isn't for you, if you already have that inkling of that it can't stay, it's gonna have to go, like, you need to start shifting your mindset. What is it? I'm gonna put a pain pleasure principle. Procrastination. Okay, I'm just trying to remember that. I can't find a pen. Pain pleasure principle. Pain pleasure. I have it. Jesus. Let's see. Pain pleasure principle. What is it? Yeah, you need to start shifting your mindset and I'm getting better. And so then start thinking about what would better be. And so if whatever it is you're not happy of, just start thinking about like what you're currently looking at and just think like, what could better be? And then it'll just help you detach. And then when you're in that realm of detachment, then it's easier for you to just be like, you're in the acceptance and receptive mode of accepting better. And then you'll start getting breadcrumbs of a new possibility, which just keeps pushing you forward. And I keep thinking, I don't know if this was you, Gemini, but there was somebody I was doing a reading for, and it was like a Queen of Wands, Queen of Pentacles in reverse, that was trying so hard to keep somebody from moving forward. And they were going to be moving forward to a very abundant life. And so I don't know if that was in your reading or a reading that was in your placements. I don't know. I haven't done a lot of videos, so go check them out. I don't know. Whatever. I'll put it in the, I'll see if I can review it and put the links in the description box. I don't know. But anywho, yeah. Start shifting your mindset. Oh yeah. Fear change cycle. Moving forward. Yeah, I'll put some blog posts to help you move forward. Fear of change cycle. Move forward. All right, so next card says it's time to hit the reset button. Clear out the old so that room is available for the new to enter. Trust that better things are coming fast. Okay? Prepare to move to the next phase of your life. This is your rebirth. Welcome this beautiful brand new energy. You've got this. You've got this, Gemini. You've got this. Now, last one says, if you find yourself stuck in a situation you're unhappy with, ask yourself, why are you still there? Is it fear of the unknown, leaving toxic situations, or people can be the best thing you could do for your soul and your spirit? So be fierce. And lastly, it says, if your mindset is fixed, try to free yourself from that and rise above it. Don't place limitations on what you think you can achieve. Don't stand in your own way. Allow yourself to flourish in all ways. Welcome abundance in all forms in your life. Okay, Gemini. And it's funny that came out because I just made a post on the Stew Project Instagram account that talked about fixed mindsets and growth mindsets. So if you are on Instagram or on Facebook, look up the Stew Project. I don't know, I'll put links there. So yeah, I don't know. Let me give you one more. Let me see what time I got. Woo-hoo! I got a little bit of time. Okay. One last message for my Geminis, and this is coming from my abundance manifesting card deck. And it says it's a card deck to manifest your wildest dreams. I'm gonna keep that. Anything else, Holy Spirit, for my Gemini placements? All right, threes. I love to see it. Okay. First one says, I am the architect of my destiny. I think said something else about that at the very beginning. Anywho, I recognize my role as the creator and designer of my life's plan. All right. You, okay? Not any other dictator, not anybody that wants to put false sense of authority over you, okay? The only person who has authority over you is your divine creator, okay? All right. And you know what? They live inside of you. All right. So you got to pull out the God in you. All right. And lay down the law. All right. Accordingly. All right. Okay. Just warm your hand up. Okay. Warm your hand up, Gemini. Lay down. I'm joking. There's no violence. All right. So next one says, I inhale my future, exhale my past. Okay. In the cycle of life, the past informs the present and the present shapes the future. And this goes right in hand with I am the architect of my destiny. So you have to remember that whatever happened in the past is no more. All right. You have to recognize, hey, I am repeating these patterns because I am triggered because whoever XYZ did this to me in the past. I must now recognize I am no longer in this environment. I am safe. I can protect myself by XYZ. I am free. I have the authority to say, okay? I am free to say, okay? Whatever it is that will help you, that will help Gemini get to whatever Gemini needs to do. All right. What is this? Repeating cycles, unconscious loops, familiar pain, pattern addiction. This is at the bottom of the deck. So you have to recognize if you do have an addiction to this pain, okay? Because some of the stress, people can be addicted to stress, okay? And if you know anything about heart coherence, okay, I think I'm gonna do like a series on heart coherence on my other channel. So I don't know, if you want to go follow it, links in the description box. But yeah, let me hurry up and go. I gotta go. Last card says, I am in harmony with the universe's plan for me. It says, my deepest desires are aligned with a higher intelligence. All right. So, yeah, whatever you desire is in line with a higher intelligence. Okay. So, stop being afraid by what idiot is trying to stop you from fulfilling your divine plan. Okay. All right, Gemini. Now, card at the bottom of the deck says, I am a magnet. I am a magnet for like-minded souls. I attract people who share my journey and vision. Didn't I say that earlier about how you can attract your soul family if you use your voice? Okay. They expand my mindset of what's possible. And didn't I say how you can shift your reality by facing your fears, to realize that whatever you're afraid of is something that you should not be afraid of at all? So thank you, Holy Spirit, for just reiterating what I've been saying for the past 43 minutes. Gemini, I hope you got the message. If not, then coming back next week so we can do a soul mirror reading. All right. I love you, Gemini. Take care, and I'll see you next time.